Hello and welcome. This is a flip through. This is just a flip through, not a review because I just received this beauty yesterday. This is a beautiful tarot deck. It's a tarot deck I didn't know about. It's a tarot deck that I'd never heard of. I didn't know about it. And oh my God, I didn't even know I needed. And this beauty is a thoughtful and generous gift from my friend Ian Bernardo. So I just got it. Thank you, Ian. I just got it and I got it yesterday and I gave it some love. I gave it a spa day like I do when I receive any deck. And I just wanted to do a flip through because I looked it up and there's hardly any information on this. Now, Ian tells me it's from 1999, and it's in French. It says Le Tarot Egyptien, Esmeralda. Here on the side of the box, let me see. Oh God, sorry guys, I gotta make sure I'm in frame. It says Le Tarot Égyptien d'Esmeralda, 78 lames avec livret explicatif. So there is a little white book. Little white book obviously is in French, and obviously I guess so, right? Because I just told you it's and it is quite interesting. So in the front here, it basically says that this tarot deck was conceived by Esmeralda, and Esmeralda is clairvoyant, and I don't know if she was well known in France or not. Like I said, there's no information on this deck, and she watched over, or like she guided the creation of this deck, and it refers, so the deck is based essentially on the Book of Thoth. All right, and then you have, some spreads, which are actually quite different, unique. The description of the cards, see, this works for me because, okay, I probably should mention if you're watching me for the first time because you're here because of this deck, I speak several languages. French is one of them. And so this works out fine for me. Sorry, guys. Okay, sorry, I'm a little out of breath because I've been. This is my downtime. I'm taking a break from doing some other stuff, some physical labor. So here it describes the card. So there's a description of what's in the card. And then there's the application of the meaning of that card. And it goes through each card that way. I will at a later date do a video where I do an actual review after working with it. This is just because I did not see anywhere. There was nowhere to see this. So it was really a surprise when I got it. And my friend was certain I would love it. And this is my first Egyptian deck, other than if you count if you don't count the Thoth. The reason I never found an Egyptian tarot deck that appealed to me because they all seemed slapped together. They went. The aesthetic is confusing with the modern and the hieroglyphics. I can't stand the freaking hieroglyphics on each card. It doesn't help. I don't like contrived hieroglyphic images on the cards. I just find, for me, it's very difficult. Any kind of, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, so Mythic Tarot is the watermark, so to speak. And I don't even like that deck. So you know what I mean when it comes to mythology themed decks. So I'm going to start the flip through, and I'm just going to reference the guidebook so I can remember what the suits are. I'll start with the major arcana. So there's a title card, just like it says there, Jeu de Tarot Egyptien, 78 lames. The next card is, it's almost like credits in a movie. Dessins originaux de Thierry Biancamaria. So these are original drawings by the artist Thierry Biancamaria, and under the direction of Esmeralda. Under the technical direction of Esmeralda. Again, like movie credits. I love it. Okay. It starts with the magician, and the fool is at the end. And I'm just going to flip through. Oh, let me see if I could scooch over here, make it a little more centered. Try to pretend I do this regularly. Look at the backs. The scarab jewel, like, you know, scarab brooch. Oh my God, beautiful. Oh, maybe I should tell you. This is the High Priestess. I guess you guys could follow along, but just for the majors, I'll... Now, I will pause to say that in the little white book, the author does tell us who is in the card and why. That's really necessary for me. It's like, that's a deal breaker if it's not in it in a deck that's of this kind. The Emperor. The Hierophant. The Lovers. Should I scooch the cards to the middle? It doesn't matter. Okay. It's a mood. This whole deck is a mood. Chariot. Justice. Hermit. The Wheel. Oh my God, love it. Strength. I didn't check the book. Again, people, I just got it. And I don't know if it's lust or strength, because it is based on the Book of Thoth. Hangman. Isn't it stunning? I would love a huge print of this. It's anyways, the lighting on it is just stunning. Temperance. The Devil. The Tower. Star. The Moon. The Sun. Judgment. And the Fool. No, sorry, the World. Sorry, I jumped ahead. The World. And the Fool is number 22. Now we're going to go through the minor arcana, and it's going to be pretty quick because it's pip. It's a pip deck. It is the best kind of pip deck, in my opinion. And this is because it does cater to my my proclivities, so to speak. All four suits are pretty much the same, and you'll see what I mean. They're very harmonious. And the courts are the same figure, but in the different suit. So this first suit is shekels, coins. Nice. I love these kind of pips. I know, they're not very popular. A lot of people don't like them. But for me, it opens them up to a broader interpretation. Also, just the general mood of this deck is really conducive to putting you in a relaxed or in a trance state. It's really, I don't know, it probably doesn't translate on camera, but when you actually are holding it and you're looking at these images, everything just, like the noise in your mind, like the noise in my head just falls away. And I'm pretty sure it's because of, you know, the aesthetic of this deck. The court cards are Slave, Fighter or Combatant, Mistress, Master. And then now it's the cups. So it's the same thing with the cups. Clean, clear, nothing to get in the way of the way I read cards, which is primarily numerologically and elementally. Like that's my default. When I think about 1999, this is actually quite something for this type of art, which is from what I understand from the little white book, hand drawn, and then of course you have the computer graphics added. Again, the same image of the slave, but now it's cups. For whatever reason, like the color palette is just calming. And for me, who's a little rigid with the way I read elementally, these colors they don't war in my mind. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh, well, that's not watery, that color. You know what I mean? Which perplexes me. But anyway. And the rest is pretty much, this is it. Nice, straightforward. This is swords. The placement of the pips works for me. Oops, this is upside down. Sorry. I can't explain what it is, but the placement of the pips works for me visually and on a deeper level in terms of, you know, reading them. I don't have to count them. And now we have slave, fighter or combatant, mistress, master. And the last is the wands, or in this deck, it's scepters. The backs, I'm sorry, but I can't stop looking at the backs. They're so mesmerizing. The cardstock is literally photo paper or photo card. Like it sticks to itself a little, like the cards stick to each other a little bit, just like photographs do, glossy photos. These were printed out on photo paper. So this was like handmade, like the actual deck was handmade, I can tell. It was printed out on photo paper. It was printed out in sheets, and the cards were cut. So the cards are not completely even. And some of the cards showed a little bit of white on the edges, on the either on the front of the card or the back or both, like the bottom. Some of them had like a white bar. And what I did yesterday was, when I received it, after I looked through them, also the corners were not evenly rounded. No problem. I'm a nerd. I got the equipment. I rounded all the corners to make them even. I made them medium. And then I did some cosmetic, just a little marker to fill in where the white spots were on the backs and on the fronts. Typically along the edges, because they were hand cut. I did not cut them. I am not that skilled. I did not cut them or anything. They're fine. They're beautiful just the way they are. But what I did do I did edge them this brown color, like antique photo kind of, vintage photo kind of thing, color from. I didn't use those inks. I used a marker, but I thought it blended really well. Oh my God! Sorry guys, am I out of shot? Okay. So you see what I mean? Like they clump, right? Don't care. I love them. They're a little tall for me to riffle shuffle. As you can see, today is it's a swollen joints day, but oh my God. It just makes me self-conscious. Instead of pretending it's not there, I thought I'd point it out because it makes me self-conscious. All right. This is it. This is le tarot Egyptien. Ooh, let's center it a little bit better. Le tarot Egyptien d'Esmeralda. And that was a flip through. What I'm going to be doing going forward, because I'm already planning it, it's already, in the works. I'm going to start coming back to decks I received last year. I'm going to start with one that I got for my birthday last year. After a year of having it, what I think, how it's working out for me, how does it read, like a proper review. So this one will be properly reviewed next year, unless I feel a burning desire to do it sooner. And that's it for me. So this was, again, Le Tarot Egyptien d'Esmeralda. Out of print, vintage, out of print, no information out there. And, okay, I don't know, am I going to do this? I'll just put that over there. Put out a shot. Okay, out of shot. There we go. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.